So loves, I am starting off the month of June with a new tag, and it's called the June discount tag. And basically what it's going to be is a series of makeup tutorials using drugstore products or discounted beauty products for all the people out there that do not use high-end products, or maybe just feel like they don't wear makeup enough to spend that much money on a high-end product, or even the people who just say, you know what, I can't afford high-end products. So what I'm going to do is 4 makeup tutorials featuring drugstore makeup, and the first one is going to be my drugstore foundation routine. So I'm starting off with a naked bare face. All I did was wash my face and moisturize it. As you can see, I do still have scars from when my skin broke out on my cheeks. So because I have oily skin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with milk of magnesia, which will basically help soak up the oil throughout the day. I do use the on brand milk of magnesia just because I'm putting this on my skin, and this bottle is probably about $3. So I'm going to mainly focus on my T-zone and my cheeks. After that's on, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry for a second. Then we're going to prime our skin for the foundation. Okay, so now that it's dry, because you can see like the little white ash marks, I'm going to prime with Pixie Flawless and Poreless. And you can get this at Target. Now I'm actually going to apply the foundation to my skin. And I am using Covergirl Queen Collection All Day Flawless, and the color is True Ebony. This is the darkest color that they have, but this is pretty much a perfect match for my skin. And I got this foundation from Walmart, and I think it was about $10. In conjunction with that, I'm going to use this Real Techniques buffing brush, and I got this from Ulta in a set that was $18. So I like to put 2 pumps of the foundation on the back of my hand, and then I like to dip the brush into the foundation and just dab the foundation all over my skin first. And as you can see, it matches pretty much seamlessly because you can barely even see the foundation on my skin. And then I like to go in circular buffing motions and work the foundation into my skin. Once that's on and it pretty much evens out my skin tone, what I'm going to do is go ahead and conceal my under eye circles, down the bridge of my nose, above my lip, and then any other marks that I might feel need to be covered. And I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. Now, I got this concealer at just like any beauty supply. I found it at several, and this concealer is like $2.50, $3. And I do have the darkest color in this one, and it's Toast, and it just works perfectly as a very, very subtle highlight. So it comes in like this brush applicator, and you squeeze it. And so I do like a triangle under my eyes, 1 mark down the middle of my nose, and a little bit above my lips. Then I use that same buffing brush and I just buff it out, but with this I kind of just like pat it in. And I bring it all the way back so that you have a nice highlight. I actually use 2 different powders. The first one is the Ben Nye banana powder, and I use this to set basically my concealer. This is the only powder that I found that does not crease on my under eye areas. So I'm going to set it with this first. It is going to look extremely light. It will give a highlight, but I'm going to blend that out with another powder. So I just use a kind of like dense flat brush, and this is from Crown Brushes, and I dip it into the powder. I put it in the cap, and then I pat it on my under eye so that that concealer won't crease. And I also bring it down on my cheeks area because that area can get extremely oily. In the middle of my forehead and underneath my brows. Then once that's done, I use the Covergirl Queen Collection Lasting Matte Powder, and this one is in medium Q420, and it looks like this. I think that you could use this as a foundation or on top of a foundation. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm just going to grab some of the color and pat it and buff it. To contour, once again, I use the Covergirl Queen Collection bronzer in Q120 Ebony Bronze. I've went through about 5 of these, guys. This is one of the most beautiful bronzers for dark skin girls. And the brush I'm using is actually a Sedona lace brush, and it is the FB05. And you can make the fish face. It's really easy to do it that way. And I also go around my forehead, my temple, and then I also bring it down to my jawline. Then I do the sides of my nose and the bottom and the other side. And that is pretty much my drugstore foundation routine. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.